Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Dollar Tree fall makeup look. Some of my recent looks on my channel have been kind of fall inspired, but they're usually using like new makeup and that kind of thing. So I just kind of went into my collection for this one and found some of the best products I feel for a good fall makeup look. And of course everything I'm using is from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm a little bit hoarse. The weather just like, it turned fall like overnight. And when it did, I've just been a little bit struggling. But yeah, so you'll have to excuse me if I sound a little tired. I don't know how it's going to come across. Anywho, if you are a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming back for another video. You know how much I appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica, and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel, which means I love to do all the same fun content that other makeup channels do, except I like to keep it at the bargain price point. So of course we do lots of Dollar Tree. I've done Shein, Temu, Shop Miss A, as well as other dollar stores, as long as it's $5 and under for the most part. Of course, the closer to $1, the better. And so if this sounds like your thing, you are definitely in the right place. I do hope you'll become part of our Dollar Diva family here and join the party with us. And also I'll have related content linked down below. That way if you want to binge watch some of my other content, it'll be easy for you to find. So I'm super excited about today's look, and without any further chit chat, we'll just go ahead and get into it. So for eyebrows, I'm going to use something that's really easy to find at Dollar Tree, like my favorite eyebrow product. It's the LA Colors eyeliner and brow pencil. One of my favorite, LA Colors literally makes like my favorite eyebrow products. And this is the LA Colors eyeliner and eyebrow pencil in one. This is in dark brown. They of course have black. And if you need like a lighter shade, LA Colors does make really like good other brow pencils that have lighter shades like light brown and blonde and all that kind of thing. So I just posted a video of like my new favorite like makeup items from the Dollar Tree. And of course I will have that link down below. And yeah, LA Colors like I said, I've always loved their brow products at the Dollar Tree, and they've really stepped it up this year, actually in the last month or so. They're kind of doing like Benefit did back in the day, and they're just coming out with all different types of options. It's really, really cool. And I really like their powder brow kit, but I really love this as a brow pencil as well. I just did my roots, so I didn't have to spray my roots today. It doesn't mean my hair's not a hot mess, but some of the products we'll be using today are the kind of things I haven't used in a little while. So I just kind of went through my makeup collection, and we're going to be using the Smoky Browns palette today. I've used like a shade or so in one video, but I've never just done a look with the palette. So I thought that would be a perfect one to use for today's video. And to add a little sparkle, we'll be using a little bit of liquid shimmer shadow, because of course that palette is all matte. And yeah, so really excited to dive into that. So now I'm going to clean up my brows, and I'm going to use some products too that I haven't really used in a little while. So for my concealer, I haven't used this in a little while. This is the BPure Essentially Ageless Hydrating Serum Concealer. I think I have the lightest shade. Not really sure. It's hard to tell because they don't put their shades on the packaging. Of course, as always, we're going to use this to conceal, but I also like to clean up my eyebrows. This, of course, is one of those new Sassy Chic. They call them eyeshadow brushes, but I think they're best used for like contour, and I like to use this one for this purpose. If you're not new to my channel, you've heard me say this before, but if you are new, I love the handles of those. I'm just gonna blend this out. Love the handles of them. I want them to come out with like some just like normal like shapes, because the handles are really very good. I also share in that favorites video that I was talking about that Sassy Chic has come up with some complexion brushes that we're gonna use them today that I really love. I'm actually on the lookout for a second set for work. If you're new to my channel, I am a performer, I'm a singer, and so I do a lot of stage makeup. That's why I tend to go with a heavy hand. So of course, anything I do, feel free to like not be so extra. So I had lost track of this. I couldn't find it in the container it's normally in, and it was in with my foundations. Is the LA Colors eye primer. I haven't used this in a little while because I've been using the AOA Studio one. I did a recent full face of Shop Miss A makeup and got a eyeshadow primer. Of course, Dollar Tree doesn't really carry eyeshadow primers. This is one I found in a spring collection a while back. And but AOA Studio makes a good one. e.l.f. does too. I've used e.l.f.'s before, and it's pretty cheap. This is the LA Colors eye primer. This is in matte finish. Like I said, it's not a regular item at the Dollar Tree. So just use what you got if you use eyeshadow primer. I went a long time not really knowing if eyeshadow primer really did anything. And I'm of the belief that it does. I am. Especially this one here, I like that it neutralizes my eyelids, kind of lightens them up. But I do feel it does help my eyeshadow go on a little bit better, kind of no matter what I'm using. So, okay, so we're going into the Beauty Intuition Smoky Browns palette. And like I said, I've only used like a shade in like another video. It's really this like, I would call it like a beautiful autumn rainbow. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna go into that lightest shade first. And go all over my lid. I'll probably put this under my brow bone as well when we go to finish up the eyes. My brush is a little bit damp because if you've been with me, you know that I never clean my brushes like after I'm done filming so that they can dry before my next video. But it's okay. It only, if you dry them off as best you can, it only helps your eyeshadows go on better, even your mattes. The quality of these shadows is really, really good. I've done a video now with every single one of them. So we just like to do that to lay a nice base for the darker colors. And you know, I'm just gonna be very basic and typical with this. You know how I do my eyes if you've been with me. I'm gonna go into that next shade there. I'm just gonna use the same brush. And I'm gonna start building that up into my crease and onto my lid. So I think I filmed a video a couple weeks ago where I was kind of talking about how disappointing fall was to me because I live in Tennessee and at that time it was still just so hot, you know, and my allergies were flared up and all that stuff. It's done turned fall. I mean, I feel like we didn't really get that in between of where it's like at night in the morning. Well, I guess this is typical fall. It's really kind of chilly in the morning and the evening, and it's like perfect in the middle of the day. Even in the sun, you know, it's not too hot. So I guess it's here. I guess it's finally upon us. That color didn't do a whole lot. We're gonna go into the next shade right there, that slightly more orangey shade. And I'm just gonna build this up, continue building this up. See that, starting to make it a little bit more, starting to pop a little bit more. I've been really, really busy with work and shows, and I love performing, but the amount of shows I'm doing, it's hard. And it's not so much hard like to do the shows. I just wish I had a little bit more freedom like in the evenings. So now I'm going to use that shade there and just continue to build it up even a little bit more. And I'm just using that same brush because there was really no reason not to right yet. I'll use a more sturdy brush when I go in to deepen up, use the darker colors. This palette really lends itself to kind of layering like this because the shades just kind of get darker and you just kind of gradually build it up. Use a clean brush and just kind of blend it a little bit. So that brush I just used, that clean brush, I'm going to go into that shade right there up top. I just recently duped the Too Faced Aptly in Love palette with Dollar Tree eyeshadow. I do not own the palette, but I think between the swatches that I've seen, like on Ulta, and you know, looking at the palette, I think I did a really good job. I'll have that link down below, of course. Look at that. That's building up really, really nicely. So I'm going to take a little bit more of like a compact brush, and I'm going to go into the brown shade right here, kind of this darker brown shade. So I got my nails redone on a couple days ago. They're nice and short the way I like them. This is the first time I had them put polish, and then I have an iridescent chrome, and I love the length, but this go around wasn't so much my favorite. I like them a little bit more natural. I don't know that I'm really big on having polish on them, to be honest. I've been loving the ombre French. This one has a little bit more fallout, and of course I'm going a little heavy-handed, but I'm just going to clean up at the end. So yeah, I like the ombre. I love them really short. I have them go even shorter than they probably want to go, because as they grow out, I can tell like immediately when they start growing out. And yeah, so they're not my favorite this go around, but they still look better than my nails before. If you've been with me for a while, you know what my nails used to look like. Horrific, y'all, horrific. I started getting them done a few months ago, and I'm liking it. It's doing me well. Clean brush, just blend it. This is one of the brushes from one of those Candy Couture kits. I found all three of the Candy Couture brush sets at one Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago. It was really exciting. So we're gonna come back and add some finishing touches, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to lashes now. And I am gonna add fake lashes. Of course, if you don't, you can skip that step. But I am gonna add a little bit of mascara. This is just a Beauty Intuition mascara. Nothing crazy, don't really love it, don't really hate it. Currently, right now, my favorite is the Ioni Volumizing with Fiber mascara. Second best, in my opinion, is the BPure Hydrating. So I had a Dollar Diva ask me if I've ever used like lash serum. And the answer is Yes, I have. I've used Rapid Lash and Rapid Brow. I had a phenomenal experience with the Rapid Brow. And the Rapid Lash, too, worked really well for me. So if I ever get out of show business and stuff and I'm more natural like all the time, I will probably go back to using those products. I've never used like a Latisse. Luckily, I know people with like blue eyes can like, it can change the color of their eyes apparently. Luckily, I don't have blue eyes. I would love to try a product like that. So there we go. I'm just adding a coat of that. Of course, if you're doing mascara, you add as much as you want. But I am going to be using lashes. And I'm going to be using some Ioni half lashes. I think I've used these once on my channel before. I can't remember the video, but I don't know what style they are, but they are part of their, like, but they are like the half-ling lashes. I have a pair in work too. They're a slightly different style than these. I have been loving the Ioni half lashes, y'all. Mainly because Ioni lashes, I have to trim them anyway, so these have just been perfect for my eye. And I am going to use the, Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue and Liner in one. And I'm going to put this on. I do have like an extensive eyelash tutorial on how to apply like fake lashes. I show you two methods. This of course is one of them, and I will have it linked down below because I do share more like tips and tricks for putting lashes on than I will right now. So if you're interested, I'll have that linked down below. I would say it's very beginner friendly, and it's all stuff you can find at Dollar Tree as well. Yeah, like you don't have to buy anything special anywhere else, you know. My liner on that eye came out so perfect. I'm a little bit afraid I won't be able to recreate it on this eye. But see, that's just such a nice method. I think I got it good enough. It wasn't as perfect, but it's good enough. It will work. Even when you're like me, I have like tons of experience putting on fake lashes because of show business. I've been wearing them before. They were like, I've been wearing like eyelashes since, you know, there's a time you didn't just walk around wearing like fake lashes. Now people do. It's like just so like accepted and normal now. But there was a time where I was in show business and it was like a show business thing. It was not like mainstream. So I've been putting on lashes for like a good long while, and I still do not get it perfect. There's a certain level of acceptance that you have to have when using fake lashes. I think we're pretty good. I think they're most of the way straight. Of course, now we're going to move on to like complexion products. We'll come back and add some details to the eye and finish with lips. So again, I'm going to use another BPure Essentially Ageless product. This is the Hydrating Serum Foundation. I don't know what shade I have, but I have not used this in a little while. And I am going to use a current favorite product right now, and that is my Sassy Chic foundation brush. I'm also going to use what they call their blush brush, and we're going to blend out some liquid contour with that. But yeah, I have been loving this. This is part of like my favorite things right now. I had a brush from one of those Candy Couture brush sets. It was a foundation brush, but it was kind of like the more flat design, and I did not like it as much as I liked this one here from Sassy Chic. And of course, this will be more like readily available because it is a Dollar Tree brand. Last time I used a foundation brush was I've got some from Real Techniques, and they're okay. I still have one of them. I think one of them I completely wore out, but I like this better. I like the tapered end on this, and it's just so dense and thick. The bristles are so, there's so many bristles. It's so tightly packed and soft. It really spreads the foundation out really, really nice. So there we are for foundation. Of course, next we're going to use our concealer to do some concealing. And me, I just really do around my eyes. Like, if you need to conceal elsewhere, of course you can. But I may have went a little overboard. Then I've got my e.l.f. Flawless Finish concealer brush. I have an IT Cosmetics concealer brush. I have that one in work. And honestly, this is the second one of these I've bought because, again, I wore it out between using it and washing it. And honestly, I like it every bit as much as I do like the e.l.f. or the IT one. I need to really wash that, though. It's kind of getting a little bit, it's not fluffy anymore. I really need to go in and wash it. And honestly, I find for like a concealer brush, the best thing to wash it is dish soap. Because it really breaks down like the oils and stuff that might be in like the foundation. And then it gets nice and fluffy. So That's what I found best for like my foundation and not so much my eyeshadow brushes, but like my foundation brushes and concealer brushes. Okay, so now we're gonna do liquid bronzer. And I'm going to use the BPure Glow Up Contour. This is going to be the medium dark one. I've used both of these in videos. I'll have them both linked down below. And of course, I'm going to use the blush brush. I'm going to use this to spread my contour out. And I took off the little like puffy thing. And I'm just going to work with like a light hand. The shade is dark, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I have got the medium light shade as well. So I'm doing this as contour, but this is also bronzer. This, of course, is a dupe for a Charlotte Tilbury product, and I cannot imagine Charlotte's products being any better than these. My lighting's a little weird at the moment. My window is open and the sun is changing. So there we go. We got that on, and now I'm going to use a liquid blush, and I have not used these in quite a while. Especially this shade. I thought this would be really nice for fall. This is the LA Colors Cream Gel Blush, and this is in the shade Hypnotized. I thought this would be really pretty. It's not too pinky. It's a little bit more of like a peach coral. And I'm going to put it on some on the back of my hand. See, that's the shade right there. I think that's going to be really nice for today. And I'm going to use just this little stippling brush. This is an e.l.f. stippling brush, and I actually believe I found it at the Dollar Tree. I like to do this on the back of my hand. That's a really, really nice shade. I've been really embracing the cream products lately, y'all. Really, really nice. And it's always fun to dig into something that you haven't used in a little while and show something older some love, you know? And you'll remember these from earlier in the year. Those awesome LA Colors liquid products, the blushes, the bronzers, the liquid eyeshadows, and the highlighters. This is from the Too Cheeky line. I think there's 2 shades of this. This is the shade Enchanted. And I'm just going to clean off my stippling brush and use that. Y'all, I'm about out of this Bath & Beauty brush cleaner from the Dollar Tree. I'm out of all my backups, and I'm like waiting so patiently for it to come back so I don't have to like buy something else that's going to be more expensive and in a smaller container in all likelihood. So I'm going to do this the same way. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. I've never really tried it with my highlighter, but it can't hurt. There we go, just a nice highlight. You know what, I realized I didn't even use powder. Completely forgot. I do have one though. I've got the Ioni mattifying powder that I was gonna use. I think I might just take a little bit of a light brush. I'm really liking the glow that I have. So I think I'm just gonna take a brush, and I'm not gonna use like a sponge or anything like that, and just lightly dust just some areas. I don't want to take too much of that beautiful shine away, but just enough. Okay, so now we're back to the eyes. We're going to add some finishing touches. So first thing I'm going to add is some liner in my waterline. And I'm going to use a brown liner today. And I actually found this several years ago at Dollar Tree. It's an e.l.f. eyeliner. It has like the little sharpener on the cap. I have one in black too. And I'm just going to use this. Like I said, it's a brown liner. And I'm just going to go into my waterline. So a little bit of liner, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of that lightest shade and pop it onto my brow bone. I think I'm just going to use my finger. I said in one of my most recent videos, I've come to appreciate a brow bone highlight that is not shimmery. There we go. Really nice. So I do want to smoke under my eyes just a little bit, and I'm thinking the best shade to do that is that brown shade we did not use. And to try to not make a mess, I really tap the brush off really, really well. There we go, just a little bit. Now, of course, we're going to add some shimmer because I can't help it. Although, you know what? I might do something a little different. So what I've been doing in work, instead of adding, excuse my nose, again, just itchy. I've been using the NYX, just because I have them, the jumbo pencil, the one in milk. It's just like a matte white. And instead of doing shimmer on my inner corner, I've been doing like just I've just been brightening it up versus making it shimmery. I think I'm going to do that here today too, because I'm really kind of loving this more matte look. So I'm just taking a tapered brush right here. And yeah, just going back into that light shade. And I'm just gonna pop this on the inner part of my eye. Oh yeah, that's where it's at right now, y'all. And I'm just gonna bring it in just a bit. Oh yeah, that right there. Like I said, I've been doing a similar thing in work with the jumbo eye pencil from NYX. That used to be like a staple item for me back in the day, so I still have like a couple of them just lingering around. There we go. Yeah, I am loving that. My eyes are a little bit bloodshot. Super cool, and no shimmer in sight. You know, for me, that's not something I do all the time. So last but not least, we're gonna do lips, and I am just gonna use that LA Colors brow pencil and liner in brown, and I'm gonna line my lips. I love having like a darker lip line. So there we go. So just get a nice little brown lip line. And then I, of course, have both shades of these. These are really, really nice. They're a dupe for the Tower. Again, I'm going to mess this up. I'm corrected every time. Tower 88, something like that, that you can find at Sephora. And the packaging is very identical. And these are the lip jellies. And I don't know what shade they are because they don't have it on the packaging. But this is kind of the more, there's one that's a little bit more pinkish. And this is the slightly more subdued shade. And I thought this would be beautiful. So there we go, just a nice, easy, glossy, natural lip. And I kept the look matte, which is so different for me. So yeah, really, really loving this fall look. And we used, I didn't end up going back into that darkest shade there in this palette, but we used just about every single shade. So always exciting, just a wonderful palette for fall, like seriously. So definitely let me know in the comments what makeup you've been loving for fall, what eyeshadows, what lip products, all that kind of thing. You know, I love hearing from you all. And definitely check out related content in any video that I mentioned throughout the video down below. Check out the description box and binge watch some more of my content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.